now that I'm all alone in the house and stuff like that, and because this topic has been on my mind for a long time now, I feel like now's a perfect opportunity to bring it up again. A while back, on my Easter Florida trip, boys are getting hot in this room. These darn lights are so hot and everything. It's kind of annoying. I had made a video that admittedly wasn't that substantial, as it was right after my dad's little episode, where I was discussing how I'm kind of sick and tired of useless comments. Baddies made a really good video about this a while back, kind of around the same time as I did, I think. I don't know. No, it was beforehand. I got back from a different trip when I was up north and stuff. But anyways, yeah, when you make a long video or a substantial video that you care about, only for all of its comments to be just a bunch of the same mindless thing, it's kind of annoying. And Batty's noticed this for a long time, and with the exception of voting videos and stuff like that, he's gotten tired of seeing the same thing copy and pasted everywhere that's not substantial. And I decided to make one as well, and for the most part, a few people at least seem to have understand this. Why did I say the most part, if only a few really? And it seems like some people really did start to get it. Some people like Irex Rampage, Orion, and a few others, they definitely seem to understand this whole thing. And even some that just simply make small comments and stuff like that still add a little bit more to it. However, ever since then, many people have been going on and off with this and still just making some very basic comments. And some people didn't change at all, probably because they didn't see the video. So this is for those people. But it's more than a little aggravating when I have to make it, well, not have to, but when I make a video that I put my heart and soul into, whether it be lots of stress editing and tons of detailing, having to work around really annoying design flaws or glitches or whatever, and having to come up with ideas and stuff like that, getting various resources, having to deal with various problems like interruptions or stupid storage problems that could be so easily fixed with a new big SD card, and soon big videos that I want to make in the future, like, for instance, much longer, more detailed and highly professional rants and salutes, and what else? Ranking my favorite YouTubers and ranking my favorite movies and stuff like that. That's like big stuff that I want to work on, maybe in parts and everything like that. And I don't want it to be half-assed and rushed, unlike certain other videos. Remember that one rant video where I talked about 4 different topics all in the same video? That was Evan's idea, not mine. And those were all for spoilers, morgues, YouTube stories, and Made in Thailand. All of which require long, detailed topics analyses, kind of. Well, maybe not some of them, but, there's things that I, want to basically go on and on about much more in depth and with a lot more nuance than just rushing them in for like 20 or 40 seconds or whatever, and I'm kind of ashamed of that video. And that's why I have 2 of them redone, but Morgs I still haven't done yet, but he's kind of an irrelevant topic that I don't really think about very much. And Thailand, is it really rant worthy anymore? If it was, I'd probably get canceled and crucified for it anyway, so you get the idea. I don't like to half bake my videos, and I think you can kind of see that from all the attention to details that I would add in the background of plenty of my older videos, which I don't really care about really very much anymore, since I just have myself in front of a bunch of lined up cars or whatever. And yeah, this is all my old generations kind of lined up together in that little corresponding grouping. And that's where Mephisto is, and there he is out of the packaging. But yeah, or whether it be little sight gags in the background. And some of the most infamous examples of this would definitely have to include my video where I would talk, well, not really talk about it. It was my skit video where I used a clip from Evan Almighty where I'm constantly struggling at trying to find cars I want, or at least the versions of them that I want. Like, I want to find a China Billy oil changer, but they're all either so overpriced or just the Thailand version, and it's annoying to me. Lane lock is so rare or super expensive. I managed to get Will Rush, but when I want to look for Bruce Miller, I just find nothing, or I find that stupid Winford error or whatever. And you can kind of tell that I put a lot of editing into that, even though it hasn't really aged perfectly well, as I've improved much, 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 much more on ever since then. But you can see from all the little visual details and all the different cars that I used, and having to acclaim all those different pictures as well for that video, it takes a lot of work and care. And It really is such a shame that even if you don't agree with my points or whatever, you should still at least appreciate the work being had. But no, certain people, I'm not gonna say who, but you know who you are, just went ahead and just disliked the video or whatever because you're ranking on just Thailand or whatever. To the point where I had to change the title because I just couldn't take it anymore because they just figured out that was the only point or whatever when it's not. And that kind of stuff frustrates me. Even if you don't agree with the point, at least appreciate the work being had. Even if you don't agree on my rant about Ice Age Collision Course, you should at least understand my points or whatever, or why I feel it that way, instead of raging about, oh, how dare you not like that movie or whatever. Which none of you guys do, thankfully. You guys all just like respect my opinion on that kind of stuff, which I appreciate. Thank you for that. But still, it annoys me when that happens, or even worse, when I just get random like questions or whatever, like, why did you include Bernie or Supplier in the Rogue Robots video instead of, I don't know, saying my favorite is Grabby. Like, say, you can say that, but maybe add something else like my favorite is Grabby, or I like the fact that you used clips instead of pictures, or that's cool that you managed to find out all these guys and stuff like that, or the fact that this music you used is absolutely awesome, dude. I don't know, something, just something, anything, God. And of course, there's still a few people, most of which are outsiders, which is okay, that are still saying things like lol or accurate or whatever. Again, a lot of this stuff is toned down, but still, even people like anime are still responsible for this. Like, come on, guys, just be a little bit above this kind of stuff. Also, while I'm at it, I might as well bring this up. My older videos, like, for example, how fans feel about the Thomas reboot, or what else? Oh yeah, the most infamous example I'd say about how my videos have improved ever since then. Uh, my thoughts on Thailand or whatever it was called, where I use again another clip from Evan Almighty or whatever, where Lucas is playing around with Made in Thailand or whatever, and I pick up Dud off the ground. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, and I get bit in the balls. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that video has a lot of problems, and compared to my newer videos, it's almost unwatchable to be honest. The amount of mistakes are embarrassing, and I'm considering remaking those, believe it or not. It's just simply that I need to record that clip from Evan Almighty in order to do that, because nobody's bothering to upload it on YouTube. But whatever. So yeah, in short, guys, please just remember the rules. Make substantial comments and don't just say like one thing. I mean, yeah, I do say that as in like don't just say one word, but I also mean don't just say like one thing like, oh, what are your thoughts on the car that just got revealed today? And all completely irrelevant to the video. Or just saying one thing that may be perceived as negative about the video and nothing else. But you get the point. So yeah, remember to make substantial, enjoyable comments, and if you're going to dislike the video, at least explain why you didn't care for it or whatever for a good reason, other than just stop ranting about it or whatever. I think I've gotten everything off my shoulders. A lot of stuff frustrates me in this world, and I wish I could share it all with you, but so many other stupid things restrict me from doing that. And it's just a shame when I showcase my frustrations and I get either no or little or mediocre response from it. So yeah, see you guys later.